Hello everybody, this is Kiefer J95 and I've got a very special video for you. There's a VHS series about construction equipment that I used to watch when I was little. It was called Tonka Tales and it starred the adventures of a little dump truck named Scrapper who really yearns for a job and to work with the big trucks but he gets picked on because of his size until one day when he gets his chance when the key to the gas pump is lost and he comes to the rescue by squeezing into a small space that the big trucks can't even get into, and he eventually saves the day and is hailed as a hero. In Scrapper's baby brother, he learns the importance of caring for his younger sibling when he gets lost in the recycling yard. I really enjoyed watching this series when I was little, and this is one of my favorite videos about construction equipment to watch. And as I got older, I began to realize and I began to study each of the characters individually. That many of them were used real life construction equipment and trucks, and I'll go over them each of the characters individually and their basis. So let's start off with our little dump truck hero, Scrapper. Scrapper is our main character in the series and the sole focus. And when we first meet him in Scrapper's biggest job, he wanted to find a job there, but is constantly picked on by the big trucks because of his small size. And as I've said before, Scrapper makes himself useful when he squeezes into a small space that the big trucks can't get into, and when he gets the key and learns about the importance of caring for his younger brother in Scrapper's baby brother. And when he got picked on by those big trucks, I really hated their attitudes to him. And in the words of my mom, it's really wise to treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's just basically. And anyways, let's move on with the color scheme. Scrapper is yellow, has a yellow cab and fenders, and with a black dump bed, and with silver mirrors. And on the grill there, he was based off of a Ford F700 or F800 dump truck. I'm not really sure what it was. But anyway, they put a black bar right above the grill across the words Ford because my guess is that they clearly didn't want to show any sponsorship. And I added the words Tonka on the doors, and come on, camera, focus. I added the Tonka logo right on each door, and for the front tires, there were Legos, and I cut one tire to be skinny, and I gave him the headlights, and the dump bed does tilt up and down, and the tailgate, it slides open. And I hot glued it to the Legos, painted it black, and that's how I made Scrapper. Now let's move on to Gramp Truck. Gramp Truck is Scrapper's mentor, and he really... Oh, sorry, one of the Legos fell out. Gramp Truck is Scrapper's kind-hearted and wise mentor. They meet in the street, and Gramp Truck gives Scrapper advice and tells him, "It's not the size of your wheels that count, it's the size of your heart," which I found rather really charming and endearing. So Gramp Truck I'm not really sure, he was based off of a military dump truck, that was painted yellow, and the dump bed was gray. And I gave him the double headlights and the crossover grill, and gave him the mirrors, the gray dump bed, which is full of recycled metal, and the side tanks, the big tires. I mean, he was put together with Legos and cardboard. I even added the exhaust pipe, Tonka on both doors. He is a pretty cool truck, and pretty wise too. So enough of that. Let's show you Big Boss Mighty Dump. Mighty Dump is the gruff and tough foreman of the recycling yard. And he always spoke with a drill sergeant voice, and oh, please excuse that sound. That was my dad coughing. And so, anyways, Mighty Dump is based off of his model is a Caterpillar 769B off-road dump truck with some kind of bars going across, and I'm not really sure what it was. And he was painted orange instead of yellow, and I wanted to give him that Tonka yellow, and so that's what I did. The dump bed is made of cardboard, just like with Scrapper and Gramp truck, and the ladder and the steps to the cab too. And there's the Tonka logo on the gas tank, and on the driver's side door, there's the mirror, the exhaust pipe, and there's the headlights and the grill, and the dump bed does tilt up and down, and I drew the Tonka logo up on the top of the bed, and that's just basically how I did Mighty Dump. He is one really cool off-road dump truck in my opinion. Okay, now the next truck I'm going to show you is Mighty Loader. Here. Yo, that's me, tough as nails and ready to work. That's right, Mighty Loader. I love it when you say that. So, Mighty Loader is a Caterpillar 988B wheel loader with solid rubber tires. And whenever a machine like a loader here would work in a recycling yard, the a shredded piece of metal would likely puncture if the loader had like regular tires on it. The shredded metal would like puncture the tires and cause them to go flat, and so they use solid rubber tires to prevent that problem. Anyways, the way I did Mighty Loader, he's basically made of Legos here, but the arms are made of cardboard, as is the bucket. And there's Tonka logo, right there. Tonka Mighty Diesel, and right on the bumper, there's the grill, and there's the exhaust pipe. There's his cab, and the arms go up and down, and the bucket goes up and down, and here it swings right and left, and the wheels roll, and there are the ladders to the cab. Here are the side mirrors, and there's the Tonka logo right between the headlights. And Mighty Loader is a really cool looking really cool loader. And I always found this Brooklyn accent rather cool. Well, and it's kind of like he was kind of like a rapper from Brooklyn or something. And so, anyways, that's Mighty Loader. Now I'm going to show you Mighty Shear. Present and fully prepared to execute my responsibilities. Okay, knock off the big words. We all know you went to drug college. So, Mighty Shear is a Caterpillar 245 excavator with a shear attachment. And, and so, and his job is to cut up scrap metal. Oh, now oh, and the way I did him was I used Legos for his body and boom, and Legos and cardboard for the shear attachment, and paper for the tracks. And he spins 360 degrees. And the boom goes up and down. Shear attachment goes out and in, and the shear attachment opens and closes, but it's not really good for cutting up anything. And there's the Tonka logo on the sides, on the bumper, and on the boom there. And here's the exhaust pipe and the doors to get into the engine compartment. And there's his cab. And the tracks roll, and sorry, one of the tracks popped off, and so hang on, let me fix that. There we go. And that's all I can say about Mighty Shear. He is really one awesome looking truck. The shear attachment opened and closed whenever he spoke. Look. And I'm proud of how this one turned out. Good. And so, yeah. Now I'm going to show you Bulldozer. Bulldozer is a Caterpillar D8K or D8H. I'm not really sure what kind of bulldozer he was. So anyways, I used the D8K model and gave it the Tonka style colors and put the Tonka logo on sides of the cab. There's the engine and smokestack and the hydraulics. The blade goes up and down. That did that whenever he spoke. Okay. And he spoke with a southern drawl and always spoke in rhyme, and I always found that rather funny. This isn't some kind of hoo-ha party, Peanut. It's a work yard, and with you around it makes the work hard. I always found that rather amusing. And the tracks roll, blade goes up and down like I said, and oh, sorry, the blade popped off. Let me fix that. Hold on. Yeah, there we are. So that's just, there's not really a whole lot I can say about this guy. But other than that, bulldozers are one of my favorite pieces of construction equipment. Okay, so now I'm going to show you Mighty Crane. And, yeah, babe, that's me. Ready to hit the trail, partner. Ready to ride out and recycle. I really love it when you say that, Mighty Crane, because I love dressing up like a cowboy. So, Mighty Crane, just like Mighty Shear, is a 245 excavator, but with a demolition grapple attachment. But like Mighty Shear, he has Tonka logos on his sides, on his bumpers, and on his boom. Boom goes up and down. There's the crowd. Moves, opens and closes. And same with the grapple. And the grapple opened and closed whenever he spoke. Tracks roll. And there's the door to the engine compartment and the exhaust pipe. I always found his cowboy accent rather interesting because, well, I live in Texas and I always loved being the cowboy kind of thing. So he was the one who tried to get the key, but after Mighty Magnet dropped it in the scrap iron, but couldn't because of his really wide body. But thanks to Scrapper, he was able to get that key, but lost it again on the conveyor belt when he ran out of fuel in Scrapper's biggest job. And that was, but fortunately Scrapper saved the day once again by stopping the shredder with his dump bed. But other than that, so now it's time to move on to the final, well, but never least truck of the bunch, Mighty Magnet. Yeah, boss, feeling very strong. Let's get busy. I found Mighty Magnet's Arnold Schwarzenegger-like voice rather cool. Well, well, he's supposed to be this weightlifting kind of truck because, well, he's really strong, just like all the other trucks. Anyways, he is like a 235 kind of excavator, I think, with a straight boom attachment. And he's got the Tonka logo on the straight boom, on his sides, and on his bumper. There's the engine compartment door, and the exhaust pipe, and the cab, and the crowd. Boom goes up and down. Crowd closes and opens. And there's his magnet, which I used like a flat rounded Lego piece, and strings for it. But fortunately, it doesn't really pick up anything metal. And tracks roll, swings around 360 degrees. And that's all I can say about Mighty Magnet there. So, but there you have it. My Tonka Tales oh. These are all my trucks from Tonka Tales that I made out of Legos and cardboard, and there are things that I want to improve to them, but overall they came out together nicely, and they're pretty cool to play with. And I did this because as I got older, I began, what if I made my own version of the Tonka trucks from Tonka Tales? And so, and they may clearly not look like exactly like the characters from the videos, but they're pretty cool to play with, and that's all I can basically say about them. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the flyer for the Tonka Tales videos and a newspaper article that I found in an old Billboard magazine on Google Books. And so I'll see you in the next video, and hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Good night, everybody.